Okay, I'm so excited to show you this new product for 103. Let me give you some basic information first before we get started. First off, if you're looking for a refund, the bookstore is trying to get us refunds for this My IT Lab, which has really been a farce and awful to use. So if you bought it through the bookstore, I'll try to keep you updated on that and let you know when they've told us that they can get us refunds. You are getting access to this totally free. Next semester it won't be free. Also, along with that, your access with this product will always remain, meaning that later on, 4 or 5 years from now, when you have a job, you may say, hey, how did I do that in Excel? And you'll be able to come into this, log in, and get to what you'd like. Also, if you haven't done much in My IT Lab, that's okay. What I want you to do is work on this information. This information has been adjusted so that you don't have 13 weeks or 16 weeks worth of material to cram into 10 weeks. You only have 10 weeks worth of material so that you're not really getting hit hard for things that, trying to cram it all in. So this is eac.simnetonline.com. And what I'm going to do is create your accounts and then send more information out in an email. And so what you'll do is, well, let's just go through what you see here. When you log in, this is what you see. That'll be the title of the class. You won't have switch class, but it'll have the title of it. It'll have your name up here at the top. Notice you have a grades area right there. And then basically what you have is this page that's set up in tiles view. You can switch it to calendar view. You can also switch it to list view. But I'll tell you that basically what I've done is unscheduled all your assignments, so I don't have any time frames on them. That way you can work as fast as you want, or you can, wait and try to get it all done. So I don't have anything that's going to open or close at specific times, other than I will have a simulation that'll allow you to go through what the final exam is going to be. And the final exam is not going to be a B, C, D multiple choice. It will be from these lessons. And so I'll actually have a study guide that'll appear up here at the top, and it'll actually say exam, but it'll say in the title that, hey, this is a prep exam, this is a simulation, and then that way you can go through it. It'll be basically a really big lesson, really covering all the stuff that you've already done. So you should be able to move through it quickly, but it'll basically be your study guide for the exam. And then when it's time for you to take the exam, it will appear here during the exam week. Otherwise, you won't see it in there. It's not going to appear before then. So it'll be during that exam week. So those will appear. And these things they can appear and disappear. But because I have them all set to unscheduled, they all should be the same. So this is what you'll see. Notice it's supposed to be week 1, week 2, week 3, but it kind of goes week 10, 11, and 12, and then 13, and then here's week 2. They've got a little problem with how they alphabetize things. You will want to definitely go week 1 and then jump down to week 2 and move forward. And so you've got these that are computer concepts, and you also have these that are Word and Excel assignments, and you'll see those. There's another Word assignment, and then some Excel assignments. So let me just show you briefly what they look like. What you'll do is click this arrow, and that's going to launch the assignment. It will load the information, and then it will let you know when you can start the lesson. Now, as far as computer compatibility, this is much less demanding than My IT Lab. If your computer ran My IT Lab, it will definitely run this. Now you can see how this is organized. We've got across the top, teach me, show me, let me try, and then down the side, the tasks that you're doing. And so this is kind of your electronic text, kind of shows you what's going on. If you don't know anything about this topic, then you would want to read this. And then if you're still not sure, you'd want to hit show me, which now has an animation or video to describe what's going on. The only part that's really required that you will get scored over is to let me try. And so, for instance, here's our specifications, and it's saying to enter our answer, and down at the bottom it says, this computer comes with an operating system pre-installed. Can you identify the operating system? And then it's actually off the screen here. I don't know if I can scroll up. No, my screen capturing is stopping me from scrolling up. But basically it says, hey, type that in here. So I'm going to type in Windows 7. That's listed right here at the bottom. And then I'm going to click Done. And it says complete, and I got it right. And now up here it shows that I've got a checkbox, and it's done. So now I can move down to the next one and do that. So again, you don't have to read the Teach Me. You don't have to look at the Show Me. These are not scored. I could make them so they are, but you have to do the Let Me Try. Now let's go back and let's look at a word assignment. It's not showing me where I can, so I'm going to have to drop that out real quick. Okay, so that was one of the concepts. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the words. Let's look at word chapter 1 here. So again, I'm going to click on it. It's going to load up the simulation, tell me when it's ready. And you'll notice the layout in this is a little different. We still have Show Me, Guide Me, and Let Me Try, but I'm part of a textbook here. You actually will never do this Let Me Try live. We're not doing that. You can do that if you'd like, if you have Office installed, but you won't be graded on that. And so you will want to look at this, especially for these. Some of the computer concepts you may know and just go through, but you definitely want to read this, because once you start the Let Me Try, you have started. And in order to get back, that's going to be a problem. Now you can reopen these lessons, but it's much easier if you just kind of look at this and say, well, maybe I should look at the Guide Me before I actually go to Let Me Try. But again, Let Me Try is the one that will be taking your score. Again, I could set it so that you have to do these two as well, but right now I'm letting you move through as quickly as you can. If you know a lot about Word, then you can just move forward and say, I'm just going straight on to Let Me Try. And so this is it. Notice at the top it says create a new blank document. So if you know how to do that, you would go over to File, go down to New, and you would click Blank Document. And then it says correct. You've successfully completed this task. Click to continue. And now that's the task that I had to do, creating a new blank file. Getting out of this text, then I would click here and go back. That's not the only thing that there is. I need to proceed forward and go to saving of files to a local hard drive. Okay, well, let me try that, or show me how to do that. So you don't just have one thing to do. You don't want to do one thing and go, oh, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and close that. You want to go to the next one, and this will continue to go forward until you run out of stuff to do. And up here, you can bookmark a page, or you can show where am I at in this list. So I've got 27 things to do, and I completed number 1. So awesome. I'm on my way. And you'll notice that this is broken down very nicely, it explains things very nicely, and best of all, it works and doesn't crash. So I'm going to pretend like this is done. It asks me, hey, are you sure? Because it knows I haven't finished it. And then I'll be back. It does kind of dump you here on your lesson, so you have to go back to your assignment list there at the top. And now you're back to the assignment list. And that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to go through each one of these. You'll be able to check your grades. You want to email me if you have any problems. But if you're looking at this video, then you should have sent me basically an email response saying, yes, I'm still in the class, I'm ready to move forward. Again, if you haven't started doing anything in this class, or my IT lab has caused you so much trouble it made you feel like you don't want to, this is the perfect time to start up. We have 10 weeks left, and I only put in 10 weeks worth of work. And so We're going to go through all of this content, even though that's, it may say on here, I need to point that out, week 12. Week 12. Well, that's because I do have to map that out. So you're going to go through all this content. Don't pay attention to the week. This is backdated, week 1. So you're going to need to do that, but I didn't add in all the assignments. If you watch the videos from before, you know that normally for each section I would have 4 assignments. Basically what I've got is chapters 1 through 4 have 1 assignment, and then once you hit 5, then there's 2 assignments. And most of those are very small, especially with the computer concepts. And so there's well enough time to do this. Don't freak out about it. Everything is working now, and that's awesome. And I'll let you know when the bookstore says you can get a refund, and I'll just send out a blanket email about that if they're able to get one. They're really trying to work hard to get one. Now, if you purchased it online, then you need to be aware that you need to get on Pearson 24/7. Just type that in, Pearson 24/7 support. Send them a text. I mean, chat with them, not send them a text. Chat with them, email them, call them. And basically, you need to know, what you need to say is, hey, I just started using this stuff. I wasn't able to complete assignments. It didn't work right. My instructor basically switched material, and I need to get a refund for this because we are no longer using this product because of the trouble we're having. And I've had already 4 or 5 students that have gotten refunds that way. So give that a shot.